Most people fail to achieve financial success not because they don't have knowledge or lack intelligence, but because they let their emotions and beliefs influence their financial decisions. In this video, I will share the 5 most important lessons that I've learned from the Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel that I believe can transform your life and help you achieve financial freedom. Hi, I'm Sabina. I'm a chartered certified accountant with diverse experience gained at one of the top UK accountancy firms and in the industry. On this channel, I share knowledge and strategies about finance, entrepreneurship, and self-development to help you achieve your financial goals and build a life you truly love. If that's something you are interested in and would like to learn more about, then please subscribe to my channel. Lesson number 1 is the importance of luck. The key idea here is not to underestimate the importance of luck when it comes to making money, because our success in life is some combination of luck, skills, and unfair advantages. There are so many factors and things outside our control that impact our life and our decisions, like our upbringing, country that we live in, people that we meet. The most successful people often acknowledge that they were at the right place and at the right time, which played crucial role in their success stories. Warren Buffett says, "I've been lucky. I was born in the right place and at the right time to do what I do. If I had been born in some other place or time, my particular talents might not have had much value." You can say that Bill Gates, one of the wealthiest people in the world, achieved his financial success because he was very hardworking and very smart. But we often don't realize that he was lucky enough to attend one of the few high schools in the US with access to a computer, which gave him a massive head start and huge advantage. And that's what helped him to start a company that ultimately became Microsoft. Housel says that ignoring luck or chance can be dangerous because many people try to gain wealth by imitating the most exceptionally successful people. When we see someone make a lot of money, we very quickly try to figure out what they do and how they do it, and try to copy that to be just as successful. But copying what they do often doesn't lead to success because they lack timing and opportunities were very unique to their success stories. For example, if you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin before it became mainstream, let's say between 2009 and 2012, when it was worth less than $10, your Bitcoin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars today. Very few people could have predicted Bitcoin's global success back then, so you can say that they made the right choices by chance rather than skill. Housel explains that instead of focusing on individuals and their exceptional stories, which are hard to repeat, it's better to focus on broader patterns and proven strategies that tend to work for many successful people. That way, you can increase your probability of actually achieving financial success. Lesson number 2, wealth is quiet, which is loud. Social validation is one of the reasons why many of us fail to become financially successful, because we confuse being wealthy with being rich. Housel says that rich people have high income and money available to spend on expensive stuff, like luxury cars, high-end watches, branded bags, to signal and show others their financial success and professional achievement. we end up confusing perception with reality. We see someone spend a lot of money and we compare ourselves to others and what they have and feel pressure of keeping up and fitting in. So we end up spending lots of money on things that we don't need to impress people that we don't even like. On the other hand, wealthy people have a lot of money saved in their bank accounts or in their investments and spend it very intentionally. And because you can go inside and see how much money they have or how many assets they own, you can't tell that they are wealthy. Housel explains that understanding the difference between being wealthy and being rich is incredibly powerful because we learn by imitation. Knowing who to learn from can help us save money and build wealth. Even if we don't know who to imitate, we can focus on learning the habits and implementing the strategies of wealthy people to protect our money and become financially successful. Lesson number 3 is never enough. To understand and be able to implement the next lesson from the book in your life, you need to know how your brain works and the concept of hedonic adaptation. Hedonic adaptation means that our happiness level from new experiences or possessions diminishes over time and we return to our baseline level of happiness. So, in simple words, the joy we feel from new things and achievements doesn't last. This is because human brain is wired to adapt, which is a great survival mechanism, and this adaptation lets us cope with the change, whether it's a positive or negative experience. For example, when you buy your dream car, you feel happy and excited at first, but in few weeks that car becomes normal part of your life and that feeling of happiness fades. Similarly, once you achieve your goals, whether they are financial goals or career goals, you look forward to your next goal. And generally, this cycle never ends because we keep comparing ourselves to those who are above us on this invisible ladder. The same applies to money. Studies show that your income has diminishes returns on your personal life satisfaction, which means that once you reach certain level of your income, more money stop buying you further increases of happiness. The biggest mistake most of us make is that we are never satisfied, and no matter how much money we have, we still want more. We end up in this never-ending pursuit of more. More money, more success, more expensive things. We prioritize chasing money and risk our financial stability and existing wealth to earn more money that we don't even need. Housel explains that learning to be happy with enough is key to financial success. The lesson here is to recognize a limit to the value that money can bring into our life and find balance between growing well and spending time on things that truly matter, like exercising, relaxing, enjoying nature, spending time with family. We can always earn more money, but we can never make more time. Housel writes, money's greatest intrinsic value, and this can't be overstated, is its ability to give you control over your time. Using your money to buy time and options has a lifestyle benefit few luxury goods can compete with. Lesson number 4 is maximize your savings. Housel explains that saving is essential to building wealth due to the nature of wealth, which is the money you don't use, therefore it's the money you save. When it comes to achieving financial success, Saving is the most reliable and relatively easy because you can control the percentage of your income that you are saving. One specific way of doing this is tracking your expenses and creating a budget so you can keep your costs under control. Reducing your personal expenses and increasing your personal savings can give you more freedom and more autonomy to do more of the things that you want. I have a video where I give you practical tips on how to categorize your expenses and how to create a budget with a free budget manager tool. If you would like to check that out, I will leave it linked in the description box below for you. It is much easier to save money that you already have than it is to increase your income and your investment returns, which are other wealth building methods, because they are less certain. For example, if you're employed, you can't control how much you earn because there is a certain market rate for your skills and the job that you do that the employer is willing to pay. Similarly, if you invest, you can't at all control returns from the stock market or returns from real estate market. To increase your savings and grow your wealth, it's important to stop caring about others' opinions and stop buying things just to prove to others how much money you have or to gain their respect and admiration, because that never works, because respect can't be bought. By learning to ignore others' opinions, you will naturally want less. When you want less, you will spend less and you will save more. And that was one of the most impactful lessons that I've learned, that I've been implementing in my life every day. Lesson number 5 is the power of compounding. The key idea here is that the longer you invest, the more money you make because returns compound. When you first start to invest, you earn interest on the principal amount that you invested, but then you start earning interest on the principal amount that you invested, plus the interest that accumulated in prior periods. And that's why compound growth is a really powerful tool to help you create wealth. The earlier you start and the longer you leave your money in your investment, the more you benefit from compound interest. Time is a more important factor than how much you are actually investing when it comes to investment success. The example in a book shows that 81.5 billion of Warren Buffett's 84.5 billion net worth came after his 65th birthday. This means that about 90% of his net worth was a result of compounding, because he started investing at the age of 10 and invested consistently for 3/4 of a century. We often ignore the power of compounding because it's counterintuitive. Even if we know that compounding works, it's really hard to imagine that just waiting can turn an impressive returns into impressive numbers. And we end up chasing the latest trends and investments with their highest returns, like cryptocurrencies. The advice in a book is that good investment is not necessarily about the highest returns, which tend to be one-off and hard to repeat. It is about finding investments that return solid and consistent results, like the S&P 500, which can be repeated over a long period of time. Those are the 5 most important lessons from this book that I've been implementing in my life. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments below. And I would appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, you might also like this video where I explain how you can become a millionaire from compound interest. I will see you there.